Hare Krishna. Om Gyanti Mirasya Gna Gna Shlakaya Zikshur Militamina Tasmai Shi Gurave Namaha Shi Chitani Manobistam Stapit Men Butale Saurapakadamahyam Dati Swapadantika Вандихам Ши Гуру Шьютапада Камалам Ши Гуру Навашнявча Ширупам Саграждам Сагна Рагунатам Витам Тасачевам Следователям Савдутам Париджина Схитам Кришна Читане Девам Ширада Кришна Падан Сагна Лолита Шивишакан Витам Ча He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishapanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutala Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatyadishatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I will then continue to read from Bhagavad-Gita from Chapter 18, the last chapter. But before that, I would like to try to sing Jarata Madhava. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Kunja Hare Jaya Gopi Janava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Shodhananda Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Gopi Janavala Jaya Girivardhara Jaya Yashodhanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now I will again continue to read from Bhagavad-Gita. But before that, I again want to repeat verse 5 from Manaka Shiksha. You all know this verse. You all know Manaka Shiksha of Srila Raghunath Goswami, the instructions to the mind. As you all know, Srila Raghunath Goswami, he says to his mind, "Oh brother, oh dear brother." So you all know verse 5 of Manaka Shiksha, instructions to the mind of Srila Raghunath Goswami. Sachistакшта прада виката пашалибириха пракамам камади праката патапати вятикарехи клепатвах нехам тибакпит фармпагне курутвам подкарана вати се татва манайтаха. Сачистакшта прада виката пашалибириха пракамам камади праката патапати вятикарехи клепатвах нехам тибакпит фармпагне курутвам подкарана вати се татва манайтаха. Сачистакшта прада виката пашалибириха пракамам камади праката патепати вяти карехи кале това ханехам ити пакбит въртмагне гурутам подкаранавати сетатва мана и таха. Асачиста кашта прада виката пашалибирия пракамам камади праката патапати ветикарай галебатва Hamiti Bakavik Vatma Pagana Kurutva Punkaranavati Sayatatva Manaita. As you all know, Srila Raghunath Goswami says in this verse 5 of Shri Mandaka Shiksha. In this material existence, there are many assembled aggressors on the open road of this material existence. They are binding my neck with torturous, dreadful ropes of wicked deeds. They are killing me, says Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. O mind, you should call loudly to the Vaishnavas, the devotees, the protectors of the path of Sri Krishna, the killer of Bakasura, the killer of the demon Baka. These devotees, these Vaishnavas, they will surely protect you from their hands. So there are many aggressors there. They can show themselves in our thoughts, in our feelings. They can show there. They can show also from outside in some terrible situations which happen, and so on. But these aggressors are anyway there. They can come from other persons or just be some situations. And we have to say, as Raghunath Das Goswami says to the mind, "Oh mind, oh my brother, oh my dear brother, oh mind, please, oh mind, please call out loudly to the Vaishnavas, to the protectors of the devotional path of Sri Krishna." And in verse 6 he said, Rechita Pratyatka Bhata Kutnati Parakara. Rechita Pratyatka Bhata Kutikati Parakara. Ksharam Mutresnatva Davasi Katan Atmanam Apimam. Ksharam Mutresnatva Davasi Katam Atmam Apimam. Sadatvam Katarva Giridara. Pada Prema Vilasat. Sadatvam Gandharva Giridara. Pada Prema Vilasat. Tam Budaos Natvasvam Api. Nitaramam Cha Sukaya. Sutam Budaos Natvasvam Api Nitaramam Cha Sukaya.
Arecheta proyat kapata kutinati barakara sharamotre snatvadasi katamatmanamapima satatvam Giridara Pada Prema Vilasa Sutam Boda Snatvasvamapi Nitarama Chasukaya.
So what he said in verse 6, "O wicked mind, you have adopted the path of sadhana. Still, you imagine yourself purified by bathing in the trickling urine of the great donkey, a full-blown deceit and hypocrisy. By doing so, you are simultaneously burning yourself and scorching me, a tiny jiva. Stop this. Delight yourself and me by eternally bathing in the nectarian ocean of pure love for the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna Yugala." So we see how it is not easy, because we try to do sadhana and we can be maybe still imagining that we are doing the things in the right way, but uh, not always it's like this, so not easy. So the path of bhakti is at the same time very easy and very difficult. Yes, okay. Yes, let's see what's said in verse 7, the next one. Verse 7. Pratishtasau drshto sapacha. Ramani me kriti natet. Tishtahad drshta sapacha. Ramani me kriti natet. Katam satu prema prashati. Yuchir etam nanu manha. Katam satu prema prashati. Turetan nanu manha. Sadattam seva swapra. Taitya samantam atula. Sadattam seva swaprabhudaita samantam atula. Yata tam niskasya tvaritam ihatam prashaiti saha. Yata tam niskasya tvaritam ihatam veshati saha.
Pratishtasha drista svapacha ramani me hridinada kata sata prema sprisati shuchir etana no mana sadatvam seva swaprabhu daitya samantamatula yatatam nishkasya tvarita ihatam veshyati saha.
O mind, how can pure divine love appear in my heart as long as the shameless goat-eating, outcast person of the desire for prestige is audaciously dancing there? Terrible, no? Therefore, always remember and serve the immeasurably powerful commanders of the army of Sri Krishna, the beloved devotees of the Lord. They will at once banish this outcast person and initiate the flow of immaculate Vraja Prema in your heart. So we see again here in verse 7, it is said that we have to search uh, for association with devotees, and especially association with the advanced devotees, with the with devotees who have themselves disciples, who have themselves disciples, are devotees who can help us on our path in order um, uh, to the divine love to develop in our heart. So, okay, now let us again come to Bhagavad-Gita. The Yes, I wanted again to repeat that if I try to say something on Vedic literature, you all know I'm not qualified on such topics. So I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm just only trying to understand these topics. Of course, One have to try to understand the Vedic literature under the guidance of teachers, under the guidance of Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus. All of you who are devotees, who are Vaishnavas, who are devotees of Lord Krishna, who are devotees of the divine couple Srimati Radhika and Shri Krishna, you are all my teachers, you are all my gurus. I pay obeisances to you. Dandavat Pranam. Vanchakapatarupaschа. Kripasnukupevcha Puditnam Pavnebhyo. Vishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Now I will continue with chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita. From chapter 18, Maharaj have selected verses 14 and 20. Also others, but these are the first two selected.
Adistanam tata karta karanam cha pritagvidam vividascha pritagchista daivam jaivatra panchamam sarvabhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayamikshate avivakta vivakteshu tadjnanam vidhi sattvika.
Translation of verse 14 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and the ultimately the supersoul. These are the 5 factors of action. In the next one, the next one selected, verse 20 from chapter 18. That knowledge by which one in undivided spiritual nature, that knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, though they are divided into innumerable forms, you should understand to be in the mode of goodness. The next two selected are 42 and 43 from chapter 18.
Samodamas tapashaucha chantirajavam Jnana Astika Brahma Karma Swabhavaja Shauryante Riti Daksha Yuke Kavi Apalayanam Danamishvara Bhavascha Chatram karma svabhavaja.
Translation of verse 42 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Translation of verse 43 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. The next one, the next ones, the next two selected are 44 and 48 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita.
Krishi Goraksha Vanijiva Vashya Karma Svabhavata Parichamakam Karma Shudrasya Svabhavata Sahajam Karma Kaunte Sadosham Apinatyaja Sarvaramba Hidoshena Domenagnir Ivaritaha.
Translation of verse 44 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita. Farming, cow protection, and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas, and for the Shudras there are labor and service to others. Yes. Okay. So the next one selected was uh, verse 48 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita, and now I will read the translation. Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature, O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. So, these are very nice explanations, but they are not for devotees, they are for the general people. Okay, let us see. Because you all know, those who are devotees, they are out of these castes of Shudras, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, and Brahmanas. The devotees are not one of these who are in these castes. It's just a fact. So in this way, a devotee cannot be put in one of these castes, one of these types. A devotee is a devotee. But otherwise, of course, in every society you can recognize those groups. Yes, you can recognize those types. Yes, let us see now. Of course, unfortunately, today in the society, um, independent of that, in what group one is uh, born and working, um, nobody is happy. This is just the reality of our life uh, on this planet at the moment. Yes. so so these are not those groups which are described here from Krishna, which the groups which we have now in the society. Now in the society, everybody is unhappy. Anyway, if the person is um, some king, some soldier, or some other type of mm, person in some type of activity, everybody is unhappy in this material world, in this world at the moment. Not because Krishna have created uh, the world in a wrong way, no, but somebody has changed the things in such a way that everybody is unhappy. Independent of that, what type of group one belongs to and what type of work one does in the life today. Uh, Everybody isn't happy. It's just done in this way. Yes, at the moment it's like this. Okay, let's see. Now where I was, yes, the next two select are 54 and 55.
Brahmabhutam prasanatma na shuchati na kanshati sama sarvashu bhuteshu madbhakti labhati param bhaktyavama vijanati Javan Kashmir Tatvata Tatomam Tatvato Jnata Vishate Tat Anantara.
Translation of verse 54, um, chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He or she never laments or desires to have anything. He or she is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he or she attains pure devotional service unto me, says Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Okay, next one. A translation of verse 55 of chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. One can understand me, says Krishna to Arjuna, as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he or she can enter into the kingdom of God. Very nicely said from Krishna himself. Yes, so the next verses selected are 57 and 58. Just a moment. So the next ones selected are 57 and 58.
Chitasha sarva karmani mai sayamat para buddhi yoga upashrita machita satatamba Machita sarva Maprasadat Torisyasi Atachitva Mahangara Natkosyashi Vinakshyashi.
So, translation of verse 57 from chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita. In all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. So, the next one, 58, translation, verse 58, chapter 18 of Bhagavad-Gita. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. So I will continue the next time with the others, with the other verses. I have reached now verse 61. Okay. Yes. So we see how clearly Krishna explains to Arjuna and also to the other soldiers who are listening before the battle in Kurukshetra. Very clearly, Krishna explains to them how one should work. Let us repeat again what he says in verse 57 of chapter 18. In all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. So, but in order to be able to do this, one should first believe that Krishna is God and then act in this way. But as I said, this as I said in Bhagavad Gita, the mood is the mood of a battle. There, Krishna gives instructions to Arjuna. And also there are other scriptures where the mood is another, where the mood is not the mood of the battle, but it's the mood of love to Krishna. And as we heard in one of the verses we have heard some minutes ago, Krishna himself says that one can understand him through devotional service. Through devotional service. Um, yes, that means through love, because who has love for Krishna, this person will want to do service for Krishna. And there are such persons who really have reached that level that they understand Krishna, and those are the pure devotees. And the feelings of a pure devotee to Krishna, the feelings of every pure devotee to Krishna are described, for example, in Shri Shikshastaka, also in other scriptures. But for example, in Shri Shikshastakam, The crying of a pure devotee in separation from Krishna is expressed in every verse of Shri Shri Shikshastaka. As we all know, from the verse 10 of Srila Padashamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami, the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika. After her are the others, gopis of Vrindavan, and also after them are many other persons uh, which are also pure devotees, like for example Narada Muni, um, our Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravrinda, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, His Diksha Guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. The father of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, and we will continue to hear from the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura on the second verse of Shri Shri Shikshastaka, no, the third verse. The commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura from his son Modna Bhasyam. We will continue to hear the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura on the third verse of Shri Shri Shikshastaka. Now let us just repeat the verse 5 of Shri Shri Shikshastakam. Anantanju kinkaram patitamam vicham bhavambudo kripayatava padapankajas taduristasham vichintaya. Anantanju kinkaram patitamam vicham bhavambudo kripayatava padapankajas taduristasham vichintaya. So, what is said here? O son of Maharaja Nanda, somehow I have come in this condition. I has come in this condition where I am now somehow. Please be merciful to me and consider me as a particle of dust or a particle of sand affixed at your lotus feet, and in this way purchase me as your eternal servant. So we see how humble is a pure devotee, how a pure devotee thinks. We can see from that verse. Yes, let's now read further from the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura on the third verse of Shri Shri Shikshastakam. Shri Shri Shikshastakam, as you all know, was spoken from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the 16th century. So, I continue to read from the next paragraph. By becoming situated again in my constitutional identity, I can obtain love for the Lord. Therefore, until, by the grace of Bhagavan, I obtain release from material existence, I shall have to take support of the principle of appropriate renunciation, yukta vairagya, while cultivating that knowledge which is relevant to the development of my relationship with Bhagavan, Sambandha Jnana. I will accept only those things which are appropriate for the maintenance of life. Further, in the next paragraph is written the following: misery arising from scarcity, disease, and so on are all manifested reactions of previous activities known as prarabdha karma. These I will certainly have to enjoy or suffer. Loss and gain, life and death, happiness and distress are not paramartika, meaning that they have nothing to do with the ultimate spiritual reality. Therefore, I have absolutely no use for these mundane subjects. Thinking in this way, I shall say with great humility, Alas, alas, Krishna, Gora Chandra, O Lord of my very life, when shall I obtain unadulterated service unto you? Please be merciful upon this wretched and fallen soul and accept me without delay. Speaking in this way, I shall pass my days, somehow or other, living either at home or in the forest. Yes, so I will continue. Well, there's another paragraph. Okay, so I will read also the next paragraph. Even though grass is a material object, its ego in respect to matter is natural and reasonable. But my ego in respect to the present subtle and gross material bodies is fundamentally wrong because it is not related to my pure constitutional nature. The ego of grass is real, but my material ego is unreal. Therefore, it is only proper for me to become even lower than a blade of grass. Yes, he's commenting here on the um, first first uh, first line of verse 3 of Shri Shri Shikshastaka. You all know this verse. Trnat pisunichna, teror pishismana, amanina manadana, kirtanyas dahari. So this was a part of the comment on Trnat pisunichna. One have to be more um, one have to consider themselves more lower than a blade of grass, more lower than the um, the yes the grass. Um, Трябва да описана. One have to be one have to be more tolerant than a tree. Amanina manadina. One should not expect respect from others, but one should be ready to give all respect to others according to the translation of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. One should be ready to give all respect to others according to their respective position. And according to the translation of Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj, one should be ready to give all respect to any other living entity because Krishna lives in the heart of everyone. And the last line of verse 3 of Shikshastakam, Kirtanya Sadahari. In this humble mood which was described till now, it is said one have to chant continuously the names of the Lord. In this in this humble mood. In this humble mood, one should chant continuously the names of the Lord. Kirtanya Sadahari. And those who are uh, devotees in uh, uh, the disciplic succession, Guru disciple in Rupanuga Bhakti, they understand here Kitanya Sadhakari. They understand here that one should, in this humble mood, one should chant continuously the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you have time, you can come on Friday at 5:30 p.m. in the temple. We have a kirtan there, and we can chant together the names of the Lord Krishna, the names of the divine couple Shrimati Radhika and Shri Krishna. Now let's come to an end. Thank you so much for your attention.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladaladaina, Hiranyakashipu Raksha,
Shilatankanakalaye Itonrishimho Paratonrishimho
Yato Yato Yamidata Drishimha, Vahirnishimho, Hridaye Drishimho, Drishimhamadim Sharanyam Prapadye, Iton Drishimho, Paraton Drishimho, Yato Yato Yamidata Drishimha, Vahirnishimho, Hridaye Drishimho, Drishimho, Adim Sharanyam Prapadye, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladaladaina, Hiranyakashipu Raksha, Shilatankanakalaye, Iton Drishimho, Paraton Drishimho, Yato Yato Yamitato Drishimho, Vahirnishimho, Hridaye Drishimho, Hridaye Drishimho, Drishimhamadi Sharanyam Prapadye, Drishimhamadi Sharanyam Prapadye, Bahirnishimho, Hridaye Drishimho,
Drishimhamadim Sharanyam Prapadye Tavakarakamalavare
Nakama Putashrinka,
Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Naragari Rupa
Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare,
Jagadish Hare
Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare.
Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vrihi. Now I will read the translation of this song. You all know it. This is Shri Nrsimha Pranam mantra. So let us see. Some part of it is called Shri Nrsimha Stuti. Okay, and then what is that? Oh. Oh, it's not given here. Yes. Yes, okay, it's given here. Okay, Srinivimka Stuti, it is called like this. I offer pranama unto Nrsimha Bhagavan, who gives joy to Prahlad Maharaj, and whose nails are like chisels on the stone-like chest of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Nrsimha Deva is here and also there. Wherever I go, Nrsimha Deva is there. He is in the heart and is outside as well. I surrender unto Nrsimha Deva, the origin of everything and the supreme refuge. So the other one was from Nrsimha Purana, and this is from Nrsimha, again from Nrsimha. Yes, these are from Nrsimha Purana. These two texts are from Nrsimha Purana. And the next is from Shri Gita Govinda, Dasavatara Stotram 4. Upon the beautiful lotuses of your hands, your nails with their amazing tips have torn asunder the wasp-like body of Hiranyakashipu, O Keshava, who assumed the form of a man-lion. All glories to you, O Lord of the universe, O Hari. And the next one is from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 8.5. All glories to Sri Nrsimhadeva. All glories to the Lord of Sri Prahlada, who is like a honeybee, always hovering above the lotus-like face of Sri Lakshmi Devi. Okay. Jai Nrsimhadev.
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Goranita, 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 Jaya Shri Shri Gornita,
Goranita,
Goranita, Goranita, Jaya Shri Shri Gornita, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Radha Madhava, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe Shyam. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much for your attention. Hare Krishna.